What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is TammyTalks. Summerhouse, Martha's Vineyard, Season 2, the reunion. We made it, y'all. We got a reunion. While I feel like the reunion was rushed and it left a lot of unanswered questions, we got a reunion, and this was good. I think every person showed up. I think everybody showed out enough to get the show to a season 3. So fingers crossed. But let's get started, y'all. Before we do that, if you've been with me all season and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video. If you don't do anything else, thumbs up the video. And then leave your thoughts, opinions, comments down below. Because y'all are not going to agree with me on this video. I can feel it. I can feel it. But before we get into the actual meat of the reunion, let's talk about some of the looks, okay? I'm shocked that Jasmine and Bria got first chair. While I do think Bria earned first chair, I think it should have been Summer and Bria. Summer had the most going on this season alongside with Bria as far as like being involved in mess and all of that type of stuff. So I was kind of confused why Jasmine did get first seat. Second chair went to Summer and Jordan. That makes sense. After that became Nick and Shanice, Noel and Amir. Preston was hanging on for dear life. I was shocked that they put Preston that far. Y'all know, we know that the seating is important for the housewives. Do we think that this seating means anything here? Do y'all? I think it's telling. All right. As far as their looks, with Preston, I did not like his hat, but Preston seems to enjoy a hat. I didn't like the hat. I think he could have went with a fedora, maybe. I don't know. Noelle was cute. That dress was cute. Love Noelle's look. Nick looked good. When the pictures of Nick first came out, it was kind of meh. But then when he put them glasses on and sat down at that reunion, 8. Love Nick's look. I didn't care for Summer's dress, but Summer's face looked gorgeous. I like Jasmine's dress. I don't like that color blonde on Jasmine. When Jasmine had that short blonde bob on Carlos King's interview, that was cute. I didn't like this color blonde. I didn't like that color blonde. Bria's dress was cute for what it was, but Bria's face card is never going to decline. So I liked Bria's makeup. Her hair, she looked cute. Jordan's hair was cute. Jordan's pieces, independently, I'm sure they're cute, but together did not make sense whatsoever to me. Jordan, again, though, her face card is not going to decline. So Jordan, okay. Shanice, I think, looked cute overall. I liked Shanice's look. Amir looked musty. Anytime I see a man that has on a sweater or a vest, just bare arm like that, I assume you're musty. So didn't like that. And then I liked Alex's suit. I thought Alex looked good. So I enjoyed Alex's look. So that is the cast. Leave your comments on how you felt that they looked down below. All right. So let's get right into it. So it starts off, Andy goes around and he asks everybody, hey, how are you? Whatever the case. Much like he does the Housewives reunions. Before I forget, look, y'all. The complaining about it being in the clubhouse, every new show on Bravo, especially shows that don't have a huge budget, have reunions in the clubhouse. This is part of the reason that the show is not getting the traction that it should, because we complain about everything, y'all. They only got the reunion because we complained about and, rallied for them to get a reunion. This is very standard for their reunion to be in the clubhouse. The original Summer House, Below Deck, all these different shows start off with the reunion in the clubhouse. I promise y'all it's okay. So as Andy's going around, he asks Preston, we congratulate Preston on being engaged. He gets to Noelle, asks if Noelle is, he said he wanted to ask if she was nervous, but no. Nick had his cleavage out. And Nick was like, yeah, I mean, I'm fit, so why not? Nick has done 2 marathons, Boston and London back to back. A marathon is 26.2 miles. That is not easy to do within a week. And flying. Like, so kudos to Nick. He asked Summer, what is she looking forward to accomplishing tonight? Summer would like for everyone to get to a place where they can coexist with respect. I'm with it. I do not think that that happened tonight, but I appreciate and I applaud Summer for being, for the high hopes of it all. Okay. We get to Jasmine. We find out, what did he say? Ask about Jasmine. Oh, she has her son now, baby Sai. We find out that Milo is in Germany with Simon. I love that for him. Good for Milo. Jordan said that Juvenile has her blocked. Do you know how wild it has to be for Juvenile to block you? What did you do? What did you do? Because Juvie doesn't give me that he's out just blocking people for no reason. But we find out she's blocked. Shanice, he said, looks beautiful. Then Andy asks Summer, doesn't Shanice look beautiful? I will say this. Everybody clocked in, including Andy. I feel that that might give us high hopes that Andy enjoyed the show, because Andy could have really paid them dust throughout this entire reunion, and he was very engaged. So hopefully that's in a good place. He asks Amir, has Natalie, officially cut your dick off? Because Amir does all that. No, it's still intact. And then Alex said that, Chrissy and John Legend told him to just be himself. We know that he is friends with them. Do we think that he's actively talking to John and Chrissy? Okay. So let's start off with the reunion. So we start with Alex and Summer with the inside me comments. So Alex said that he communicated to Summer. He was just not with it. He wasn't into pursuing anything further with her. Summer said that's a lie and said that it just kind of fizzled out. So Summer's making it seem as if Alex just, ran off or whatever. Summer said that the last time that they had seen each other, he told her he wanted to be a fuckboy. Alex said he did not say that and then said, fall back, Autumn, please. The situation with the Autumn thing, Alex was on Watch What Happens Live. He said that him and Summer, when he was in LA, I guess they went to go look at a house. I don't know why, but they went to like an open house. She introduced herself as Autumn. So maybe that's an alias that she uses just for shits and giggles. Is that her real name? We don't know. She got quiet after that though. So Alex is standing on that he told Summer he was no longer interested in pursuing, or he was not interested in pursuing anything more with her. Summer thought that they were good coming into the house. Now, Summer, you couldn't have possibly thought that because you shaded Alex every chance you got that first episode. You were making faces at him. You were making a lot of backhanded comments. So you couldn't have thought that y'all were in a good place coming into that house. So I'm going to need Summer let's be honest about this. Maybe Summer should go rewatch the first episode, but you couldn't have thought y'all were in a good place coming into the house. Summer then said that she did tell Noelle that she had slept with Alex. Noelle immediately piped up and was like, no, you didn't. It's a back and forth. They're talking over each other. Summer said that she told Noelle that her and Alex did hang, but they are just friends now. She thought that Noelle would understand the underlying implications of that. Andy points out hanging out and sleeping together are different. I'm going to say this. If somebody says we are now just friends, yes. The connotation is there. But at the end of the day, Summer, you should have flat out told Noelle, I've been messing with Alex. We've been sleeping together. Just so you know, I'm cool if you want to pursue something with him, but we have slept together. I feel like if Noelle would have just been very, very honest, if Summer would have been very, very honest about that, a lot of this could have been avoided. So Summer did an interview with, I think it's called Who Rat Media. They do Bravo We're Black. And she said that she had only met Summer twice prior to them coming on the show. So we need more backstory because I thought that you stayed up all night with her, talking with her room. We're missing a lot of context with this show and with the cast and with their relationships because we only see them stuck in this house together. We're not seeing them in like their natural habitat, so we don't know who's actually interacting with who. Like, we're missing a lot of context with the show. Summer then said that it didn't matter because after she did tell Noel still proceeded to pursue Alex. Noel was like, okay, you need to calm your energy down. I didn't pursue him. We were hanging out. Noel, you did pursue him, sis. And I like you, Noel, but you absolutely did pursue Alex. You did. You did. Alex said that if he wanted to be an F-boy, he could have totally been an F-boy. Look at Noel. I could have totally did that. I said, I see what Alex was trying to say, but that came out wrong, sir. That came out totally wrong. So Alex still feels that the picture was creepy. Jordan comes to Summer's defense and said, taking pictures is not outside the realm for any of us. It's not weird. So, Andy is like, so, oh my God, it's a sorry, y'all. So, Andy is then like, so if Summer would have said, hey, let's take a selfie to send to Jordan, what would the response have been? Let's be real here. Alex, you didn't want anybody to know that you were sleeping with Summer. Because if y'all are our friends, right? I follow a good amount of the cast. When they're together, they post that they're together. They're posting each other, they're tagging each other. So I don't understand why Alex won't just say, I just, didn't think anybody needed to know that we were hanging out together, because that's really the issue. He just didn't want anybody to know that they were hanging out. Summer said that she only left one voice note in regards to, remember, Alex was on Watch What Happens Live, and said that Summer was leaving a bunch of notes like a crazy ex-girlfriend. While Summer is trying to explain the voice notes, Shanice's ass is like, I'm happy I'm not the crazy one anymore. And then we move on from the segment. Damn it, Shanice. I understand that none of them have reunion experience outside of Jordan, but like, that made me mad at Shanice. Because I feel like we could have got more backstory. Like, why did Summer leave him the voice note? What was the catalyst for that? But now we'll never know. Shanice, you are still the crazy one. Good God. Summer and Noel are now cordial. They are not friends. Noel feels that a lot of Summer's stories do not align with the truth, and Summer feels the same way. So there will not be a friendship there. Andy then asks Amir about Natalie trusting him. I don't know if Amir understands what that means or if Amir knows what the word trust entails, but Amir said that, he was just making those comments about Natalie, cutting his dick off and holding a knife over his head and all the other type of stuff as a joke. It's in moments like that we are reminded that Amir was raised by a white woman, because I don't know how that's a joke. Nonetheless, he said that Natalie does trust him, but she's building trust and she's not there to see what he's doing. She doesn't trust you then, Amir. She doesn't trust you. If Natalie trusts you, she would be okay with you going on this 2.5-week vacation with her not being able to see what you're doing and trust in your relationship that you're not going to try to mess with any of the other girls in the house. So I don't think Amir knows what trust is, but Natalie doesn't trust you, babe. She doesn't. Summer asked Amir about him telling Natalie that she was touchy. Amir explains that, because Summer was like, I'm the type that I don't even hug my friends whatsoever. Like, people know that they don't hug me. She's not a very touchy-feely person. So Amir said that Summer is the type that when they're talking to get your attention or something, she'll grab your arm or grab your hand. And even then, as like the conversation continues, she's like still holding on to it, much like we saw Shanice do to Amir later in the episode. But he said that that's really what it was. Summer said, well, I wish you would have told me that in general, not just because Natalie was coming. So Amira is like, well, I didn't know how it would be perceived by Natalie because she don't trust you. She doesn't trust you, Amira. That's the gag. That's it. She doesn't trust you. And it's kind of unfortunate that Amir does not understand this, doesn't get it. Amir does acknowledge that Natalie is standoffish. Okay. He doesn't mind that Natalie said that she makes more than him because he is secure in that and he chose to be with a very successful established woman. Amir, that was emasculating. By no means should Natalie have come on this show and said in this group of friends and said on camera that what she makes in a month, you make in a year. Amir is making all these excuses for his relationship. If you like it, I love it. I know you probably don't understand what that means, but that's really black for it couldn't be me. That's stupid. But whatever, Amir, that's on you. That's on you. But that woman is emasculating you all up and through that house. I can feel it. Andy then asks everybody, do they feel that Amir and Natalie are right for each other? Not one person raises their hand, but then Jasmine is like, they're cute together. And everybody's like, yeah, they look good together. They're cute together. Amir and Natalie are closing on a house together. This is where it gets, nigga, what? They've been together a year and about 5 or 6 months. His name is on the mortgage, but both their names are on the deed. Andy said, what could go wrong? And Amir was like, nothing. So you're shouldering the financial responsibility of this, the financial burden, but her name is just on the house. The woman that makes what you make in a month, the woman that makes what you make in a year, she makes in a month, but only your name is on the mortgage. Amir, she's playing you for a fool, sir. I guess Amir already has a ring. Andy said, when did she instruct you to propose? I said, damn, Andy. Andy was Andy was coming for Amir. So Andy been watching the show. Amir said that it just has to be when they're both ready and it's 80 degrees outside. So Noelle asks Amir, why did you tell Natalie that all the girls in the house were crazy over him? The way that they all was looking at him like, yeah, nigga, please. Let's be real. Nobody, I think Jordan said he looks like a Grecian god. Amir is handsome for sure, but nobody in that house was trying to get with him. Jordan curved you every chance she got, season 1, and nobody else paid attention to you. Amira then said that, well, Shanice was trying to F him one night, he was told. And Shanice said, look, just because I wanted to have sex does not mean I was shooting my shot. She said she was horny. So let's talk Summer's package, okay? So Summer gets emotional seeing all her worst moments played back in a cute little package tied in a bow. She gets emotional. Nobody moved to comfort her. Jordan started to get up, but I think Jordan knew that she couldn't get up and go across the stage. I don't know, but they tried to get her some tissue. Summer said that she's better now. It's just hard to watch back those moments. She said that hurt people hurt people. She goes on to explain that she does not think that Preston and Jordan are hard to deal with individually. She said that she just did not know how to let them know that she was going through a lot because they were going through things already. I will say this. When you have people that have more direct, blunt personalities like Jordan has, and like Preston seems to have, when they're not dumping their problems on you, but when they're coming to you with their issues, I can see how Summer would be like, okay, if Jordan is crying right now over her hair and Preston is venting about what's going on with his father and this funeral and his father's side of the family, what is the perfect time? What is the right time for me to be like, okay, but this is going on? Like, she didn't know how to jump in with that. Is that Preston and Jordan's fault? I think there is some blame to put on them because, and it's not to say that they're not, I think there is some blame to put on them for the dynamics of the relationship, because I think a lot of people do forget you have to check on the strong friend. And that's something that people don't realize. And it could just be, they're just not paying attention to it. If Jordan is crying to you about her hair and these flare-ups and whatever else is going on in her life, sometimes when people are in their shit, it's hard for them to kind of realize other people are in their own shit too. So I think it's 50-50. They might not have, unbeknownst to them, provided that safe space for Summer to say, Jordan, I don't know who my dad is. I'm going through this. I'm going through that. I'm going through this. I'm flailing, without feeling like, well, shit, Jordan's losing her hair and Jordan's going through this, that, and the other. I can't tell her. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of it comes down, it comes down to, it's both sides. All three people are responsible for the state that their friendship is in. Bria and Summer are good. I guess they've talked. They've hashed it out. Noelle, on the other hand, is standing on business. Noelle does not follow Summer on social media, and she said that she's cool with where they are. When a person shows you who they are, you believe them. Noelle, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Let's be very for real, Noelle. You inserted yourself into Summer's argument that day. You kept grabbing her. You kept following her through that house. You did that, Noelle. Now, did she push you with her whole chest? No. Did she put her hands on you? For sure. But Noelle has to take some accountability into the fact that you shouldn't have been following her through that house. Does Noelle have reason to feel that she just can't be friends with Summer and Summer is this, that, and the other? Maybe. I don't know. Again, with this show, because they don't film year round, we're missing a lot of context. We are missing a lot of context. The formatting of this show, if the formatting changed and these people filmed for at least a couple months, I think we would have a more clear picture of their dynamics. But Noelle is cool where they are. Noelle also feels the way that Summer wasn't telling her everything that was going on with her. And Summer is like, if I'm not opening up to the people that I'm closest to in the house, Preston and Jordan, why would I tell you all my business? And that's facts. That's facts. Hell, she shared a room and a bed with Jordan for 2 weeks. If she's not comfortable telling Jordan what's going on, somebody that she's been kicking it with hard, and when she comes to New York, she stays at her apartment with her and all this other type of stuff, why do you think that she would tell you, somebody that she's met twice? So do I think that Noelle is being a little hard on Summer? I do. Alex then says, is it possible to go through difficult times and still treat people with kindness and respect? And everybody is like, for sure. Summer said, but everybody deals with things differently. That is true. Jordan reminds Alex, Summer just said she didn't have the tools to know how to do that. Okay. Alex asks Jordan, why did she accuse Summer of airing out her alopecia when everybody already knew? Jordan said, well, everybody did not know. Jordan was in Essence magazine during the pandemic talking about her alopecia. So I'm wondering if she's referring to her having a flare up in that moment. But Jasmine did clarify that when they were on Watch What Happens Live, she said that she knew that Jordan was going through the flare up, I guess, with her alopecia, not that everybody knew. So at the time of the reunion, which was I think what like a month or so ago, while Jordan's hair has started to grow back, she is now in the midst of a flare up, but she's going through some type of treatment. So hopefully hopefully she starts to get some regrowth with her hair. I feel like they should have talked more about Summer and Jordan's fight altogether. I feel like that was kind of a missed opportunity by Andy. So they asked Preston, how are things going with his family, with his dad's side of the family. Things have gotten worse. So he has not really mended things with them whatsoever. Preston has done a million interviews where he like goes into more depth about that. Summer said that so when Andy asked Summer, like, why didn't she feel comfortable to talk to Jordan and Preston? She said that everybody in her life, all of her caregivers, have left her. So she was scared to be vulnerable and confide in them because she didn't know if they were going to take that and use that against her and leave. So her and Preston are on good terms. She calls Preston the love of her life. They are on good terms, which we have heard in interviews from Preston. She said while Jordan is the love of her life as well, they are having a tumultuous moment right now, but she hoped they can get to a better accord. You can tell that there's something still there with the friendship because Jordan did defend Summer all throughout this reunion. Like I said, Jordan was the only one that kind of looked like she wanted to get up to, go comfort Summer when she started to cry. You can just tell by the way that Jordan was like looking at her, like there's still something there with their friendship that can be mended. I'm wondering, was it after watching the show? Did something happen between, because remember the show filmed like last year, September. The reunion was filmed April? The reunion was filmed in like April. So something happened over the course of that time that, again, we don't know. Andy didn't ask why they're in a tumultuous point in their friendship, but who knows? So Summer has found out who her dad is. It is this guy she found on Facebook. She did a 23andMe. She's not interested in a relationship with him. She has positive male role models in her life. Her grandfather has adopted her. She has a stepfather, so she's cool. Andy asked, could Summer do another summer with this group? She said maybe in small groups, small doses, which basically means if there's a season 3, she's not coming back, which Summer has already said in an interview she would not be back. So Preston is asked about his relationship with Bria. This was interesting to me. So, like I said, Preston's done a number of interviews, and he has always maintained that he is not close with Jasmine or Bria. So, Preston said Bria currently has him blocked on social media. He said that Bria does annoy him, but he looks at her as a sibling. Bria said that she does not have any ill intent or ill will towards him as well, but she does say that her feelings were hurt when season 1, episode 1, Preston shaded her. They showed the confessional where Preston said that his first impression of Bria was that she got all dialed up for like, what did he say, like a pageant or something, but never quite made it. So she said her feelings were hurt, and she does feel shaded and singled out by Preston a lot. I will say this. When you look at Preston on the show with Bria, he does get into it with Bria more than he gets into it with anybody else. I think that Preston has a very, very low tolerance when it comes to Bria and her antics. And sometimes people's, personalities just don't mesh. But I do think that Preston does give it to Bria a lot. I can agree with that. Preston said that that's not fair because when she got arrested overseas, She called him and they cried on the phone. He helped get her in touch with some international lawyers. So Bria got arrested, I want to say over in France. Some white woman accused her of stealing. I remember that because that made the blogs. So Preston was like, I did all this for you, and that is off camera. And Bria was like, that's the point. You treat me one way off camera, but another when we're filming. And I said, quiet as it's kept. Now, I like Preston, okay? I do enjoy Preston. Preston's press run that he's been doing has made me kind of side-eye some of the things he's said and the amount of interviews he's doing, because Preston has been saying different things about different castmates depending on whose YouTube channel he's on. I have noticed that. I was talking to somebody else about that. Depending on whose YouTube Preston is on, how that person, when they do their recaps, or how that person feels about Jasmine, Jordan, and Summer, Preston does curtail his answers about the three of them to fit that narrative. Preston is maintaining that Bria did not say thank you. I, for no reason, do not believe that Bria did not thank that man. Preston said Simon wasn't helping her. Bria said Simon got her out of jail. I don't know. Bria does acknowledge that the long distance does hurt their relationship. She cooks and she cleans, never smells like onion rings for Simon. So when she is not over there with Simon, it bothers him. I kind of feel like it's given that, this ain't a real relationship. It's given that you are in a transactional relationship with this man, Bria. That's what it's given. Bria said that the issues that her and Simon have are that he does not value her feelings and he doesn't value her friends' feelings when he is there with them. So she said that she has to constantly educate Simon about Black things. And I feel like relationships should not be that hard. Relationships should not take that much work. If I have to constantly, educate you on all things Black and, white fragility and all this type of stuff, then we can't be in a relationship. But the most important thing is, if you feel that Simon does not value your feelings, Bria, why are you with this man? Why are you with this man? Then Amir has the audacity, the gall, the temerity to speak up and say that Simon has to get to a place where he respects and listens to Bria. Has Natalie gotten to a place where she respects you? Sit back in that sweater, sir. Sit back in that sweater. This was not your conversation, Amir. Bria then said that her soulmate, the one from Tribeca, is somebody she's dated in the past. It was just a little jokey joke. Andy then said that he has heard from some people on the cast that they feel that Simon is using Bria for clout. And Bria said, no, he just likes that I'm on TV. This is new and exciting for him. Girl, that's clout. What a lot of people are missing, especially on Twitter, is just because somebody is a multimillionaire does not mean that they have clout. Okay, so there are a lot of very, very silent millionaires that are walking amongst us all the time, right? That does not mean that they have clout, though. Do I think Simon is using her for clout? Simon enjoys the fact that his girlfriend is on TV for sure because it puts him on TV. We then get to Jasmine's package. So Andy reads a horrendously shady question about who was the least supportive of her pregnancy. So Jasmine is still pissed off about Jordan's comment that Silas, this might be his first child. The comment was shady. It was definitely shady for sure. What it sounds like happened is when it aired, Jasmine reached out to Jordan. Jordan took accountability from it. Jordan apologized. Jasmine thanks her for taking accountability for it. Jordan apologized again on camera and said that it was just a part of her sense of humor. I'll say this, and it's going to sound like I'm defending Jordan, and I'm not in this part. I will later. In this moment, though, I will say this. It does seem like, with Jasmine at least, you know how Jordan has been. You know Jordan's personality. You know Jordan's sense of humor. You have been calling her your sister cousin. And the same thing that I've said about Summer before. Y'all are okay with Jordan's mouth. Y'all are okay with Jordan's jokes, apparently. Y'all are okay with Jordan's moods. Y'all are okay with Jordan's tone until you're the brunt of it. And part of being a friend is checking people when they do it to other people as well. So for Jordan to say this is a part of her sense of humor, it seems like Jasmine knows that, but it was okay when Jordan made cruel jokes about other people. But now that it was at your expense, Jasmine, now it's an issue. I think that's lame. So, like I said, Jordan apologized, which she needed to. Jasmine then said, and I take accountability for not checking you sooner in our friendship. I'm going to say this. The way that Jasmine kept saying, I'm going to check you, I need to check you, I need to check you, it was given, I'm going to sun you and put you in your place because this is my show. It really felt like Jasmine was piping up based on fan reaction to Jordan. Preston then said that him and Silas have not communicated, and while Preston does take some ownership in that, he feels that that's a conversation between the two of them. Jasmine kept side-eyeing him. I'm going to say this. Silas, you and Jasmine, you and Silas were hell on wheels season 1. Y'all were hell on wheels season 1. Y'all were rude to the castmates. Y'all were trying to act like y'all were bigger and better than everybody. Y'all were lecturing everybody. Y'all were acting as if this is our house and we brought y'all into this shit, so bow down and kiss the ring. That is how y'all were acting. So for Jasmine to sit back and act as if she doesn't understand why people have issues with them is baffling to me. It is baffling to me. So Andy asks what caused the rift with Jasmine. That was a fan question. No. He just wants to know what caused. That was a fan question, right? Jasmine pipes up and was like, I want to know what I have to take accountability for. Jasmine, I can tell you. For one, you were very disrespectful to Bria's relationship, saying you did not respect it because she was not married. 2, you were trying to basically marry Jordan off to the first nigga that walked through the house. 3, you were acting as if you were the queen of that summerhouse castle. You were. What kind of irritates me is the way that the fans, because Jasmine came in pregnant, y'all are now acting as if everything she did last season is okay because she's pregnant. Let's be very, very clear. If Jasmine would have come into this summer house this season and she was not pregnant and Silas came back in with her, she would not give a flying fuck that she didn't get invited on that Jamaica trip. She wouldn't. Because all Jasmine keeps saying is, I'm going through a lot. I'm going through a lot and I need my friends now. When last summer your friends needed respect and you didn't respect them or any of their choices. Let's continue. So Summer said that she wants everybody to stop, or she wants Jasmine to stop letting her and Preston take the fall for this Jamaica trip. This is where it gets interesting, okay? Summer said that when the idea or the conversation of the Jamaica trip came into play, Shanice said no first. Jordan said no because Jasmine and Jordan weren't talking. Preston has been lying in his interviews. Preston said that it was Bria and Shanice and that him and Jordan did not say no. Preston has also said in interviews that him and Summer never said no. So Preston, you did lie. If Jordan said no, then just say Jordan said no. Does it make sense for Jordan to have say no? I guess. What is Shanice's reasoning for not saying no? So Shanice said that she didn't want Jasmine to come and there be drama, not just with Jordan, just in general, because nobody was getting along with her. I'm going to say it again. If nobody is getting along with you, if everybody has an issue with you, at what point do you take some accountability and step back and say, okay, maybe I've done something? Y'all can sit in the comments and on Twitter all you want and say that Jordan iced out Jasmine. No. I've never understood the whole iced out argument anyways, because we don't see Jordan talking shit about Jasmine to any of the other cast. We don't see Shanice or Preston or Summer talking shit about Jasmine to any of the other castmates. So that clearly means that there were issues that Jasmine had with each cast member that we're just not seeing. That's wild to me. So Jasmine then asked Preston what is his take on this, because the ladies know him, or he knows the ladies through her. And Preston was like, okay, you said that for a reason. That's shady. So Jasmine doubles down. Yes, I did. I meant it. Y'all wouldn't know each other unless, it's because of me. The way that y'all are saying that Jordan and Summer and all these other people are jealous of Jasmine, in this moment, y'all, Jasmine told on herself. Jasmine, just because you bring people together doesn't mean that they can't form relationships. That's why they tell people don't mix all your friend groups together, right? So I have been through this where my best friend that I used to have in growing up through high school, I met my current best friend through her because we went to college together. And, when you're in college together, we had more of the same experiences. We had classes together. We hung out more together on campus. We became closer, and she felt a way about it. And now she's not friends with either one of us because it would become a lot of Tammy stole my friend, Tammy stole my friend. Sometimes people have more in common and they bond better, right? So Preston said, yes, I do know them through you, but that doesn't mean that relationships have to stay the same. So Andy then pipes up and said, when do these relationships get to stand on their own without the training wheels? Jasmine feels that Preston should have asked her if she was good with the girls, and I guess I would like to know why. Why should Preston come to you and say, hey, what's going on with you and the girls? Why? Because if these are your friends, Jordan is your sister cousin. Jordan is your friend. So why should Preston have to ask you? Because let's say Preston did that, then it comes across that Preston's being messy, or you might feel that Preston's going back and giving intel to Jordan. So they get a fan question and they want to know, what is Jordan's real issue with Jasmine? This irritates the hell out of me. Jordan has said her issue. Did I mute the microphone? Okay. Jordan has said her issue with Jasmine every single time it is asked on camera. The issue is that Jasmine doesn't acknowledge it and the fans don't think it's a valid reason. Jasmine said that Jordan felt Jasmine was inauthentic. She felt that Jasmine was trying to sell her off to the highest bidder and felt that Jasmine was trying to puppeteer them. I don't know what is unclear about that. I don't know what is unclear about that. I would feel a way too if I felt that my friend was trying to puppeteer my life because we are on TV now. I will feel the way too if I'm noticing that my friend is moving differently because we're on camera now. So I don't know why people keep saying Jordan doesn't have a valid reason. She's giving her reasons. Y'all just don't want to accept it because y'all don't like her. That's the real thing. Whether you like Jordan or not, she's giving her real reasons that she feels are valid to her. So Jasmine does not negate any of that. Jasmine feels that she has had to navigate a lot in a short amount of time. I want Jasmine to stop acting like she's the first bitch to ever get married. People get married every day, B. People get married all the time. Friendships do change. The issue is Jasmine got married and she wanted all her friends to be married too. Jasmine felt, there was a tweet. Let me see if I still have it. There's a tweet that I wanted to read because here we go. So this is from Bari A. Williams. She said that Jasmine was lording her status of wife over everyone's head, trying to force matchmaking, and generally acted like a producer. It was tiring. She pushed the trad wife ideal and basically told people their relationships weren't real because they weren't married like she and Silas. Meanwhile, she was living in a car right before she met Silas, who essentially financially saved her, and she was doing whatever he wanted because she needed 3 hots in the cot. She also acted like she'd been coming to the Vineyard most of her life, and that was her second or third time going. It was a lot of forced behavior. Now, when I have said that, y'all act like I am just not watching the same show as everybody. A lot of the issue is y'all don't want to see the truth because y'all don't like Jordan, and that's fine if you don't like her. You know what I mean? Y'all don't like Jordan, cool. But when Jordan is giving her reasons, she's giving valid reasons. She's giving all the reasons that we all said all last season. So Jasmine then goes on to say that she's had to navigate a lot in a short amount of time. She said that she is evolving and Jordan might still see her in the lens of where she once was, doesn't know if she is able to keep up, which that could be the case too. Jordan sees a specific version of what her friend was, and she's not, adjusting to change. What I think a lot of people kind of miss is when a friend does get married, it's a change for the wife and it's a change for the single friend. They are both going through different things. And Jasmine is negating Jordan's feelings in this and is only harboring on how she feels about this. Jasmine then goes on to say, I want to keep checking you when I feel like you've been aggressive, and for Jordan to do the same. Y'all should have been checking Jordan's attitude and her tone from jump if it bothers you. But it didn't bother you, Jasmine, until it was directed towards you. You are just as much a part of the problem. But I feel like Jasmine was trying to bait Jordan in that moment. Because she kept saying, I'm going to keep checking you. I'm going to keep checking you. It's my fault for not checking you. You wanted Jordan to pipe up, but she didn't. Am I the one that felt that way? Jasmine was definitely baiting Jordan, and Jordan didn't fall for it. Jordan did not fall for it. So it kind of made you look aggressive, Jasmine, but they agree that they need to establish a path forward. I don't know. There was another tweet from last night where somebody said the real issue is that Jordan misses Jasmine, and Jordan does not realize that Jasmine misses her as well. And that could be the issue. They need to talk off camera, have a real conversation where both of them feel heard. Jasmine, lay out your issues. Jordan, lay out your issues. Find a way to move forward. It would be great if we could see that on camera. But I think for the sake of their friendship, have it off camera. Amir, we then talk Nick. Okay, so Nick said that Jordan and Summer knew the intent of his touchiness and that he didn't think it was inappropriate. We've heard how close that Jordan and Nick have gotten off season. Summer as well. Jordan said for her it was mainly the fact that he was in a relationship, because what happens is, from Jordan and Summer's perspective, if they're on camera And the audience knows that Nick has a girlfriend. He had Tasia. If he's constantly hugging on them or whatever the case, it's gonna come across and look as, oh, he might be fucking Jordan on the side. He might be doing whatever with Summer on the side. So I can understand them kind of being like, when we're on camera, like, it's gonna come across a way. So Nick acknowledges that watching the season back, he was uncomfortable with his behavior. Noelle, Bria, and Shanice did not know that Nick had talked to Jordan in Summer already. I still kind of feel like, why didn't y'all just go to Summer and Jordan? Why didn't y'all, like, I get not going to Summer because y'all been having issues with her, but Bria, why didn't you just go up to Jordan? Nick has been like real touchy-feely with you, girl. What is good with that? You could have done that and we could have avoided a lot of this. Nick asked Bria what makes her think that he would have slept with somebody. Bria said that Nick was very touchy-feely on boat day. Apparently, Jordan and Bria had talked about that, and Jordan was like, yeah, when Nick gets drunk, he gets a little touchy. A lot of people do. A lot of people do. Nick and Tasia are not together anymore, and he feels that he embarrassed her on TV, and you did, seasons 1 and 2. Seasons 1 and 2. Tasia did not deserve that whatsoever. So they're not together anymore. Nick doesn't think that Nick doesn't think that that was the straw that broke the camel back. But he said that they both have goals and they decided to get there individually. Amir said that Nick was like, so Amir kind of throws Nick under the bus. And it's like, yeah, when we were all dancing and stuff, when we're all partying and, Shanice is naked, that Nick would like turn and like really look. Look, y'all, no straight man is not going to look when a woman is right here naked shaking her ass in front of him. I just kind of feel like the way that Amir was doing that, like, let's not forget, Amir is also the one that ran and texted Natalie, yeah, Nick is being disrespectful to Tasia, whatever. So what we get from this is that Nick and Amir are not really on the best terms. Amir is like, Nick was blatantly looking at Shanice when she's naked, whatever the case. And, okay. Noelle said that Nick commented on, Noelle said Natalie commented on how Nick was acting all on her own. Nick feels it strange that Natalie involved herself in everything. I agree. You were a guest. We didn't see Donald doing that. Hell, Simon don't talk to nobody but Bria when he comes. Tasia didn't do any of that when she came as a guest either. So Amir said Natalie didn't want to be a part of the drama and the mess. And it's like, what do you mean? Of course. He wanted to, like, okay, I guess. I guess I don't understand what Amir. I get you want to defend your girlfriend. You want to have her back. But a lot of it comes down to you have to take some acknowledgement that Natalie was moving mad in the house, right? Noelle said that your girl was messy. She was a part of the drama. Noelle checked the shit out of Amir and said that, she was spreading lies. Amir said, no, she was playing telephone. No one asked her to. Nobody asked Natalie to play telephone, though. That's the thing. It's like Amir doesn't realize he's contradicting himself. Not one person asked Natalie to come in this house and play telephone with people she doesn't know about issues and situations she's just not privy to. So Noelle said that Natalie was sure to include the ladies' names, but left herself out of the list of people that wanted to bring something to Tasia's attention when she was talking to Nick. She's the one that was carrying the rumor. Then when it blew up in her face, she went mute, which is true. Amir said that Natalie wants to come back and set the record straight. We don't care. She doesn't need to do that on camera, though, Amir. You're just trying to get your girl on the show. She doesn't need to do that on camera. But she wants everyone to get to know her, and she wants a second chance. Nick said, look, if she wants to get to know people, she should talk to people and not about them. Clock it. Andy asks Amir about the Mariah situation. Amir once again doubles down, said that they didn't have any clean towels in the house at that point, so he didn't care about whose laundry was where, so he just threw it in. Still maintains he didn't do anything wrong. Jasmine said that Amir was dismissive to Mariah about it, and he was. He was very dismissive. Amir did kickstart all of this. Amir had every opportunity to come in and stop the drama, stop the fight from escalating, and he chose not to. Preston does not think Phil's apology was sincere. Apparently, Mariah and Phil are F buddies. Okay. Summer stands on saying that Shanice is worst dressed, says she didn't like her outfit on Watch What Happens Live either, and I don't think any of us did. Shanice then said that it wasn't her question, but Summer answered anyways. Then she's like, you asked to borrow a sweater, but I'm worst dressed. Summer said, because I know how to pair it and you don't. Summer, are you sure that you've healed? Because you're still doubling down on a lot of the drama. It honestly feels like Summer is only sorry. It feels like Summer is only sorry for what happened with Preston and Jordan. Literally nothing else. But she said, I know how to pair it and you don't. And then finally, shout out to the Brooke Ashley. They asked her question about Shanice dating all these high value, expensive ass men, but you're not getting no money from it, sis. And Shanice said that she does not date guys for money. So you just fucking for free. I mean, I guess, sis. Shanice has gotten a job. She now works in software sales. This recap is way too long, but let me know what you guys thought about this reunion. I am going to do a live later this week, so we can talk more about, like, some of my thoughts about, like, production and editing and that type of stuff. But if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you guys in the comment section. Peace.